going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we got something fun in store for us because obviously behind me, this is not a Mustang or a Corvette. So this is super exciting for me because this is the start of the diesel build. And this is the first diesel I've ever owned. So I look forward into diving into this and making more power, going fast. So today what we're doing is we're installing our FASS 165 lift pump. And there's a couple of reasons for why I'm doing this mod. The main reason is this is a 2011 Silverado Duramax, so the engine platform is LML. And they're known, they have a CP4 high pressure direct injection fuel pump, and they're known for kind of wearing out prematurely, either cavitation in the fuel, which means air in the fuel, or lubricity issues with our diesel in the United States. There's less sulfur in it. Whatever, and then we're also planning to make more power with it, so it makes sense to have a lift pump, a low pressure pump, feed diesel to the engine instead of originally, as the truck sits stock, it just siphons diesel from the fuel tank
with a mechanical pump.
Yeah, because of the high and low pressure spots with the mechanical pump by itself, which is probably why they run into issues with these CP4s failing early.
And you got it all laid out here on the table for us.
I mean, pretty straightforward. If you check it out over here, here's the actual electric pump by itself, and then you have your two-stage filters to filter the diesel fuel. It comes with brackets to mount the fuel pump.
That's real nice. Cool.
And then it comes with electric harness, comes with fuses and relays, all that good stuff. And it comes with nice Deutsch connectors, and well, this isn't a Deutsch connector, but it comes with a nice pigtail, super professional, I like it. 1/2-inch fuel hose, and then the rest of the barb fittings and stuff we need to adapt our stock fuel lines and to plumb this fuel pump into our stock fuel line going to the engine. And then last but not least, we have our filter delete. If for you guys are unaware with this platform, the stock fuel filter on this car, or I would keep saying car all the time. I gotta get used to saying fuel or diesel, not gas anymore, and I gotta get used to saying truck, not car. But the fuel filter for these cars is right up here, and you have to go through the wheel liner, and it's kind of a pain because you got to take the wheel liner off and all that stuff to change your fuel filter. So we're going to delete it because I have two filters already right here.
So what's the process here? What are we starting with? What are we ending with?
First thing we're going to do, I'm just going off the instruction manuals that FASS has. So they say to install the electrical harness first, and then we'll move on to installing the pump and all that stuff. All right guys, we just got our fuse adapter for our fuse block, and we put it on the red wire that comes out of the harness by itself. Having the right tool for the job is so nice.
Oddly satisfying.
Oddly satisfying. So now here's the question. Do I go walk all the way across the building and get black heat shrink?
No, just cut it in two.
But then I won't know which one's negative.
Yeah, you will. There's a lot of green.
This green one will signify which one. It's like we're doing electrical work on our house now today. Green is ground. You guys can't forget to say the famous words after you do this. Yep, that's not going anywhere. Perfect. So they said you're gonna tap into your ignition fuse on your fuse block right here.
Mark, you Baja this truck yet?
Haven't been doing a lot of Baja, no, in my diesel, can't say.
Keep going.
Steve, did you find the ignition fuse?
I just did it, yeah.
Can you show the people?
Yeah, it's in the, well, it's kind of being covered now, but it's the second tenon in this row.
Okay, so we just got the harness installed. We got the fuse put in the ignition fuse slot on the power distribution box. And then we have our relay mounted to the back firewall. And then we have all of our wires tucked, and we left it disconnected from the battery for now. And then we just ran all the wires down on the right frame rail under. And I would show you guys, but all I have to say is follow the stock wiring loom that goes down the driver's side frame rail, and you'll know exactly where I ran my stuff.
Now we're moving on to the fun stuff, actually installing the pump.
Now my hands are oily. How am I going to press this on?
That's what your pants are for, dude. Yeah. Truck stuff.
Off to a bad start.
All right, so the next step we gotta do is install this adapter to the filler neck. This is for the fuel pump to return whatever diesel's bypassed for the pressure regulator built into that pump. So I'm gonna make a mark on the filler neck and then we're gonna toss this in. You're gonna have the fitting facing away from the center of the truck, so it's gonna sit somewhere in the filler neck like this.
So while Marcus is doing that, I want to show you guys this. We got both of the fuel line connections hooked up to the fuel line that comes out of the tank, and then the one that runs all the way up through the frame rail to the engine. So once Marcus is done with the filler neck, we will cut this hose and we'll be able to plumb it up to this manifold where the pump is located and where the filters are located. Yeah.
So the next step's gonna be, I gotta read the instructions, but I'm sure the next step is mount the pump to the vehicle.
Cool.
So.
Very nice. Oh, you just
Sorry.
absolutely slapping me with that air hose. God.
Slamming you in the face.
All right, guys, so we did a couple mock-ups and we have a pretty good idea of where we want the brackets to sit. So Marcus is getting ready to tighten down all the bolts, then we can install this into the car.
All right, so we're almost done. We got our filters installed. This is the fuel filter and then the water separators right here. The only thing we have to do left is connect the lines from our fuel tank to here. So this fitting right here is the fitting that connects to the gas tank. This fitting on the top, let me try and snake my way up here. This goes to your CP4 fuel pump, and then the fitting on the bottom here goes to the return system that we put in the filler neck right here. So super easy, we just gotta cut our lines and then hook them up and then see if the diesel starts.
Oh, it'll start.
Oh, it'll start. All right, let's do it. So right now Steve's just working on routing the fuel lines. You see we have our two lines coming from the tank and then one going to the engine. Zip tie?
Yeah, zip tying the hoses together.
Yeah, it might be a permanent fix or maybe I'll come back and use hose clamps or something, but it's really not that sketchy. So you guys can see what it looks like on the other side of the frame rail. Just zip tying it to this bar, and the reason why we did that is because the yellow fitting, as you can see, the hose needs to go that way over the frame, and we want to make sure that the hose doesn't kink, because if we immediately just tried to run it to the other side of the frame, it'd be doing a 180. So we figured we'll just do a big loop. We have a ton of hose. So we did that to make sure that we don't run into kinking the line, because this is just rubber. It could kink, no problem. All right, guys, so you can see right there on the camera, that is the feed from the tank into the whole pump. So we got that one done, and now we got two more to go. So we are wrapping up here, and we are ready to start the truck. So we got the pump in, the filters on, and all the lines ran. So great work, Mark. Let's lower the truck down and give it a start. If you guys are wondering, this is how loud the pump is when it's running. It's not that bad unless you're right next to it. Go ahead, dude, turn her over. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. You guys know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in picking up some merch, we just dropped our new merch drop. Go to crownracingco.com and take a look at what we have for sale. We appreciate the support as always. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next video.